multiple people and also with other instructors on the same form in real time. And before you can use Google Forms, you have to sign up for a Google Gmail account, okay? And so make sure to be logged in on your Gmail account before using this tool, okay? Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my browser?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you guys?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you. So, there are some ways to access this tool, okay? But since we are only going through the basics, really basics, I will show you the easiest way to access it, okay? Which is through a link. But you can access Google Forms through also through the Google Classroom, okay? You just need to go on your Google Classroom on the tab Classwork and create a quiz assignment, okay, with questions, and you're gonna be automatically directed to Google Forms, okay? But the easiest way to access it is through a link, okay? You just need to type in forms.google.com. So forms.google.com. Okay. Then you need to sign in. Okay, and once you are signed in, you you're gonna have some options here, right? You need to click on the template gallery. You can actually click here to enable more options. Okay, so you're gonna see work related, a lot of things. Okay, and you're gonna have an option, an education option here. Okay, you can either click on this one or a blank quiz. Okay, and once you click on your blank quiz, you're gonna have this thing here. Okay, and let me show you another quiz really quick here. Okay, can you guys see the quiz here, the United States government quiz?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great,
Yes.
good.
Isn't that the one you sent on my phone?
Yes, it was for
Okay.
you to try out. Yeah.
See, it's a beautiful quiz. It's very clean. It's a good example. So we have a title. We can put a description, and you have a name, an email, and the quiz questions. We have multiple choice questions. It's very cool. So how can we get to this quiz? Okay. Uh, First thing, uh, you can go on your quizzes and enable the option make a quiz. Okay. You can enable from the beginning or after. Okay. Once you enable this option, so settings, quizzes, and make this a quiz. Okay. And okay, you're logged in, you're here. You need to give a name to your quiz. Okay, so what kind of name? I'm gonna create here some random name, ELA quiz. ELA quiz. You can also put a description here. Okay, great. Okay, so you need to click on the plus symbol to add a question to the quiz. Okay, and then you're gonna use this drop down menu to choose the type of question you're asking. You're gonna be prompted to several options. So short answer, multiple choice, a checkbox, a drop down, etc. Okay, you just need to pick the one that you were trying to assign to your students. Okay, the easiest one to use as a to get the answers automatically graded are going to be the multiple choice and check boxes. Okay, but first I want some information for the student. So we're going to select a short answer question. I'm going to ask for a name. Oops. I can just ask for name or full name. Full name. And I'm gonna make this question required. Okay, so they need to type in their names before proceeding. Okay, and I can also create another question if I am trying to get more information about the student. For example, if the full name is not going to be enough to identify the student, you could ask for an email or even phone number, right? So let's get the email address and make it a short answer and required. So they also need to provide that information before proceeding to the next questions. Okay, great. I have a full name, an email. Wonderful. Let me create another one. So now it's time to make to ask a question here. So let's see. Uh, I would go with create something complete. But before I can give some instructions. So let me go back here. Gonna add a title with a description and say fill the blank space. Okay, those are instructions. You can do that. Okay, well, let me go straight to the question. Okay, this is my question, and the student needs to fill out the blank space. Okay, so then I have an option here and a second option. Okay, I have a question and I have answers. I need to make the question required. Okay, great. So the question is required. So all the questions are required. I need to add an answer key now. Okay, the correct answer is an accident. And I need to add points to the question, okay? 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, okay? I'm just gonna leave it at 1 point. And you can also add answer feedback to your questions, okay? So for incorrect answers, you can say anything you want. Okay. The correct answer is N, and save. And for correct answers, we can say good job, or you can type in anything you want. You can also link, you can put a link here uh, to support your feedback response, or even a video, a YouTube video, to better explain why the question is incorrect, or correct. Okay. Okay, and we have our first question here. Let's go to the second question. Okay, and the second question, let me add an image here. You can upload image, GIFs, or anything you want to your Google Drive, or from your computer. So if I click here, it is gonna look for a file on my computer. Okay, you can use your camera. You can use a URL or photos, or your Google Drive, or you can also a Google image search that I like it. So, okay, let me say here, I'm looking for plane. Okay, let's get this picture here and insert this picture. Okay, now I have a picture. Hey, doing? And it is gonna be a multiple choice question. Okay, and first option, they're crying. The second option, plane. Third option, let me see. Crying. And the other option, let's just leave three options here. We can put 4, 5, or 6 options. Okay. I have my second question. I need to add an answer key to the question. Okay, and they're playing. Good. So we're gonna follow the same procedure. We're gonna add a feedback, okay, for incorrect answers. We're gonna add an emoji. Let me get a sad face here for an incorrect answer. Well, it's not sad, but that one works. Okay. And for a correct answer, let me add this one here and save. I have my second question. I have the name of the question. I have an example here, an image. I have options, and I have my feedbacks. I just need to add the points. And click on done and make the question required. Great. I have 1, 2. Okay, let's go to the third question. So just keep in mind that you can add a paragraph, you can add a video to your question. Okay, I'm just going over the really basics here. Okay, because you can mix and match any of these questions in the same assignment, okay? You can pick multiple choice, checkbox, okay? Short answers. But as I said before, checkbox and multiple choice are the easiest for self-grading, okay? Short answer can be self-grading with numerical answers because you can also add math problems here. You can you could also use a paragraph answer. Those kind of answers need to be graded after. They cannot be automatically graded, okay? And as I said before, you can add image, as you can see on the second question, okay, as part of the question, or independent from questions also. You can also include text with image as a title or even a caption, okay? You can also upload image, as I mentioned before, charts, poster to help students who need extra support when answering a question, okay? Videos for your students to watch without uh, leaving the Google form, okay? And also links. Okay, we have one, two. Let's add our third question here. Okay, let me get this another example here. I'm gonna get a description here before the question, okay? Let me add a title description here. And the title would be okay, Joe has a large family. He lives with 4 people. Who also has 2 pets. Okay, so I have a title description here for the question about Joe's family and a description. Joe has a large family. He lives with 4 people. Joel also has 2 pets. Okay, great. That is the description of my question. Okay, now I'm gonna add my question. The question is, okay, but before, well, this could be a more elaborate question, like a paragraph with an image, with a video, okay? I'm just keeping it very, very simple. Okay, Joe has a large family. He lives with 4 people. Joe also has 2 pets. The question is, how many people are in Joe's family? How many people are in Joe's family? Option 1, 6. 2, 5. Option 3, 4. 7. Okay, I left 4 options here. Okay, so he lives with 4 people. Okay, but he also has 2 pets. I need to make the question required, have an answer key for the question, okay? You don't need to follow exact order here, as long as you don't forget to enable the required and add the points for the question, right? And get your correct answer here. So the correct answer would be 5, okay? However, he has 2 pets, and I'm sure some of you consider pets part of the family. It will be more, but now it's 5, okay? He lives with 4 people, plus 1, 5. Great. You're gonna add a feedback answer, okay? Uh, for incorrect answers and for correct answers. You can copy and paste a link right here in order to support your feedback. Is everybody able to see here my screen? Is everything okay there? Good? Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Great.
Okay, you're gonna add your feedback. Again, you can link a YouTube video or just a website here in order to support your feedback. Great. The point, 1 point for this question. I'm gonna click done. Okay, I'm just revising, right? Reviewing the question. I have the points, the question is required, and I have the answer keys. Okay, the same one for this one. Awesome. So you just need to check again if the question, if the answer is required, and if you have an answer key. Okay, let me create another question here. Let me get an example here. Okay, true or false question. So let me add new question. Oh, not here. You see, you guys see this? It is important. If I'm here at the beginning of the form, if I click on add question, it is gonna add at the beginning or in the middle of the form. But I want my question right here after this one. So I need to drag my question to the bottom, okay? You can do that. You can change the orders of your questions after. Great. So my question is, it's not a question, it isn't, I am affirming something here. The capital of Libya, capital of Libya is Benghazi. Okay, a multiple choice question. And my first option is true. It is Benghazi. Or false. I'm gonna make my question required. And I'm gonna add an answer key. And I'm gonna give 1 point for this question. And the capital of Libya is Benghazi. It is false. I'm gonna add a feedback for incorrect. Okay, correct. Tripoli. Okay, and for correct answer, I'm gonna say great. I'm just, I'm sure you guys are gonna have like a better idea of feedbacks and things like that, because you guys are dealing, every day with students and basically have more experience. So I am not sure what to put here. So for correct answers, great. For incorrect answers, the correct answer is Tripoli. Well, I would like to provide a link here, uh, proving that the correct answer is Tripoli. Okay, so let me get a. Okay, so I have here Tripoli is the capital and the largest city of Libya. Great. I can copy this and link on my feedback answer and save. So if they agree that the capital of Libya is Benghazi and they say true, on the feedback, they are gonna be able to see that website that I just linked on the feedback. Done. Great. Okay, so I have a name. I could add a description, right? Asking for a full name of the student. I am asking for an email. I could also ask for a phone number, okay? Because sometimes the full name or even the first name, last names are not gonna be uh, enough to identify the student, especially if you have students with the same name in your classroom. So asking for an email address or a phone number will uh, kind of solve this problem. And I have a question, okay? The question is required. I already have 1 point for the question here. The same one here, 1 point, and it is required. Okay, great. Great. So why this part is so important, the full name and email? Well, because if you don't make these questions required when they answer, when they complete the quiz, you're gonna receive the quiz and you're not gonna have a name on the quiz. So it's you cannot identify. You don't know from which student is that quiz. Okay, that's why you always make this required. Okay, so don't forget that. Okay, well, I have one, two, three, four questions. Okay, you guys can create a quiz with 5, 6, 10 questions. Okay, since it is just an example. Okay, uh, let's go to more settings to the quiz. Okay, and okay, after you have enabled all those options for the question required, and you putting points on the question, 1 point, 2 points. Okay, you want to go to the settings. So we have three options here: the customize theme and the preview and the settings. And you have send. Okay, that's our last step. Let's go on settings. Okay, so on settings, you have the general settings. Okay, uh, you need to check the box to collect email address and response receipts if you want your students to receive a copy of their responses. Okay, so as soon as they finish the quiz, they are going to get a response, a feedback with their grades. Okay, so you're gonna send a response receipt. Uh, you're gonna check always because You want your students always to receive the grades and feedback automatically as soon as they finish the quiz. Okay, and you also have an option here if responded requests it. Okay, you're gonna mark always, and you're gonna check the box to limit to one response if you don't want students to be able to take the quiz more than once. Okay, a good thing is having your students to create a Gmail account, because with a Gmail account, uh, they are only they are able only to answer the quiz once. Okay, because the students will be required to sign in with a Google account. Okay, but you can leave this blank because once they answer, they're done with the quiz. You're gonna have their information. If they answer the quiz more than once, you're gonna consider the first response for the quiz. And you want to check the box. Actually, don't want to check this box because respondents can edit after submit. Okay, if you want the student to edit their response after they submit, you're gonna check this box. You don't want that because they are gonna send the quiz and it's done. Okay, you don't want them to go back and edit their responses. Okay, and see summary charts and text responses. If you would like your student to view all responses and charts, you check this box, okay? But this is only great for polls or to view other things, okay? So you're gonna leave these ones here blank because they don't need to see all this information here. And you can click on save after you're done, okay? We are gonna go to the next tab, which is presentation. You're gonna check the box progress bar if you want students to see a visual indicator that shows how many more questions they had to answer, because when you are answering the quiz, you have a progress bar on the bottom showing how many questions you are on question two, and you are on question two and you have 20 questions, for example. Okay, so you're gonna check this and you're gonna check shuffle question order. Clicking on this box, if you want your student uh, to to receive the questions in random order. Okay, and if you click on this box to submit another response, okay, you don't want that. So you only want one response per student, okay? You're gonna uncheck this box, okay? And you have a confirmation message here, okay? When they finish the quiz, they're gonna receive it. You can put a message here, okay? You can leave it blank. Usually, I'm gonna put something. Uh, Thank you for uh, uh, completing this quiz. I put an emoji face here, a happy emoji. Okay. Thank you for completing this quiz. Thank you for completing this quiz. If you have any questions, please call me or text me at your phone number, your email address, whatever you wanna provide here. Okay. And quizzes. Okay. This option you can This could be the first option to enable when you're logging on forms. You can just enable this option, or you can enable this option after your first question. Okay, but I would say come here first and enable this option to make this a quiz, because it is not a quiz by default. Okay, and uh, you have an option here under release grades. If you click on this option, okay, choose when the students should receive their grade by selecting the button, okay, either immediately after each submission or later. So I am gonna release the grades immediately, okay? As soon as they are done with the quiz, they're going to receive their grades. Or later, okay? If I have several short answers and a paragraph answer, I want to reveal the quiz and give the grade after, because it requires a manual review. Okay, so if you were creating a quiz with check boxes and multiple choice, of course you can just leave this enabled immediately after a submission. As soon as they submit the quiz, you're going to receive the grades. Okay, if you're using a paragraph style of answer, you want to reveal your quiz. Okay, and after this, respondent can see missed questions. Yes, you're gonna enable that. Okay, because if you student, you want your student to be able to see which questions they answered incorrectly, and the correct answers. Okay, and the point values for the questions. Okay, they're able to see how many points each question is worth. Okay, after all that, it's very simple. Okay, you're gonna click on save. Great, my quiz is almost ready to be sent. Great, so I just need to revise my quiz. Okay, it looks good. Well, not quite good. I don't like the color. I like blue or yellow. Okay, so I need to go here on uh, customize theme. Great, customize theme. So first of all, well, I can start from the header image or the color. Well, let's change this to blue. Great, it's blue now. Okay, and I can select my background. I'm not sure if this blue is this one. Yeah, like more gray. I also like gray. Okay, well, I'm not sure. No, I don't know. Well, this one looks good. Okay, great. Okay, I like the color, but how about the font style? Well, let me change the font style. I have some decorative font style, right? I also have some playful style and formal style. Let's go with the basic. Okay, and for the header, let me show you. We can use image from Google, okay, from Google Forms. You can use images from your computer. You're gonna need to upload the image here, or open a folder and drag the image to this box. Okay. Okay, let me get one that is already here because it's easier. Okay. Oh, let me get some science lab theme here. I'm gonna insert the image. Great. Well, but it changed my color. So according to the image, the color is gonna be changed, okay? Because of the colors of the image. So I need to select another color. Okay, let's go with gray. But you can also go here and select any other color that you want. Okay, great. It looks good for me. It matches with the board. Darker color. Great. So I'm kind of, satisfied with the color, with the font style. And I can close this. Okay, great. And now I think I'm ready to send this quiz to my students. Okay, but also remember that you are requiring an email address. Okay, email address is not required. You just need to come here and unselect the collect email address. Okay, it's not required. If they have an email address, it's gonna make it easier, especially if they have a Gmail account. Okay, but it is not required. Okay, I'm not sure, since, I am presenting something here. It's not so natural. I am trying to revise it, but, I'm not sure if everything's correct. Okay, it's required. Great, I have points, I have the correct answer. Okay, I might have done something wrong here. Okay, but it's not a problem. I need to go to send. Okay, so what are the options here? I can send this through email. So I need to have the email address of the student in order to do this. Okay, if I'm sending through by email. Okay, you can select a subject here. You can put a title and also a message. Like you have invited, I have invited you to fill out the form. Okay, you can just put anything you want here. I am not sending this through email. I gonna send through a text message. Okay, so you have this option here, which is a link. I want the link. Well, but the link's kind of long, you know. So I'm gonna click here on shorten URL. Great. And I'm gonna click on copy. Awesome. So I am using my computer. Okay, so kind of the only option, since I am using Windows. I don't have, if it was a Mac operating system, I could use my message. It will be like easier to do it, okay? But I'm not, I'm using Windows, so I have the link copied. So I will be using my Google Voice to send the message to my students, okay? In this case, not my students, but in the case, it's gonna be to you guys. Uh, you can go on your computer, uh, create your form, and shortly after, you can log in from your phone if this would make it easier for you guys. Just log in onto forms from your phone, get the link, and you can start sending the message. If you don't have a message, an online message service, like Google Voice or any other service. Okay. Okay, I have the link. Let me go to my message service. Okay, I am using here one called Text Now. Okay, but you can also use Google Voice. Let me see if I can get my Google Voice here. Okay, this is my Google Voice. I just need to log in to my Google Voice. And great. Okay. Google Voice or any other kind of uh, service that you would like to use it. Okay.
Will, we have a question
Sure.
about just clarifying that if you're not using Google Voice or something, is there a way to just directly
Sure.
put this link into your phone in a text?
Sure. You know, uh, you can from your computer you can create because it is easier to create on the computer. Okay, you create everything on the computer, and after you're done with your quiz, okay, it's done. I just need to log in from my phone on Google Forms. I'm gonna see the same page that I can see it now. Okay, then from my phone, I'm gonna click on send, get the link, and start sending the text message. So you can either create the quiz from your computer or from your phone. It's not gonna be that different. Okay, if you log in from your phone, if you don't have a computer or you have a tablet or other device, you can just log in on forums. It doesn't need to be done from your computer. Okay, uh, you can just log in on your phone, click on send. Once you log in on your phone, you're gonna have the same page that you guys are seeing here. Okay, gonna click on send, get the link. Okay, and start sending the text message.
I would add that you could set up a WhatsApp group as well and send the link that way. I think WhatsApp could be useful there, but yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yep, definitely. If you work with WhatsApp, yes, I think it would be even easier because you're gonna send the link to your group, so everybody's gonna have access to the link. You don't need to send an individual or group text message. So just once on WhatsApp or once on your text group. But if you don't have a text group set up, you're gonna need to send a message individually. Okay, but as you said, WhatsApp, I just need to go on my group and provide the link to my group.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so on your phone, click here on send, get the link. You're gonna shorten the link first. I'm gonna click on copy. Great, I already have the link. Go on your text message app and send the link to your students or WhatsApp. Okay, but if you are using a computer and you are familiar with Google Voice, for example, just go on your Google Voice or any other text message service and start sending your message. For example, let me test here. I'm gonna start getting phone numbers. Can you guys see the phone numbers here?
Yes.
You guys able to see it? Okay, great. Those
Yes, we
are
can.
those are your phone numbers. Okay, great. Okay, but now I need to go get the link again because I was copying and pasting something else. Let me get the link. Any of you got a message? Who got a message? None of you?
I haven't yet. Will, but let's see. Uh-huh. Okay.
Send mine to 0229, the third, top of the third group,
Okay.
the 300, that one. Yeah. Send it to
Okay.
me.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's Kim.
Nothing yet on mine.
Nothing yet? Okay.
So now where, do I have to have text now on my phone or can I
No,
do it
you,
from my
No.
no,
computer?
you don't need to because I'm sending it uh, directly to your phone number. But
Okay.
So wherever you would find a regular text message is where you would see this.
yes, let me
Yeah.
send it through Google Voice now.
Because yeah, it's not coming through my regular text.
Okay.
Okay.
Aha.
Okay, so you know, I use several online message app. Sometimes, an app
Mm.
works better than others. So it's a matter of, having B plan, C
Oh.
plan, and D plan. Okay.
Always,
But
it's
but
technology. So
yeah, but
yeah.
of course, if you were using your own phone number, it's gonna work much better. So let's use Google Voice. And let me get the phone numbers again.
Oh. Okay, so I got that on my phone, but since you picked random order, it's asking for my email address and then the playing question and then my full name after that. So the full name is the third question.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think because you hit random when you were setting it up,
Let me
remember?
see. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it did it in random order, so it didn't ask for my name first or the email
Okay, I
address
got it.
first.
So you just need to go on your and select this option, shuffle question order. Okay, I'm gonna get a new link. See, this is great. You start doing things and you create problems and you start solving problems. Huh? So now you have a new link. I just sent you a new message, a new link.
Yeah, and the question is like, it says, after my email, it says Joe's family, and then it asks about the capital of Libya, and then it has the answer to Joe's family after the capital of Libya. It's kind of weird. It's really mixed up.
Okay, so it's still because I unselect the option to uh,
To
shuffle the
random.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might try sending it again to me and see.
Yeah,
And
I
it came
just
through Google Docs. It didn't come through the text now. It came through Google Docs.
I just sent you the new link with the new
Okay, let me go back and find that.
yeah.
Okay, let me see how it looks now. Yes, it's in order this time.
See?
Yep.
Great. So let me get other phone numbers here.
So now where did you find that list of phone numbers on that doc?
These phone numbers,
Yeah, where did you get that from? Is it your Google Voice?
all these numbers,
All those.
these numbers are numbers that I have been texting, calling throughout the years.
Okay,
Yeah, those
so
are, yes.
if I do it through my text now, I should be able to do it because I put them in with their names on them. I should be able to pick them out for each
Yes.
class. Okay.
Yeah, but this is Google Voice.
So that's,
Okay.
you can't do that with Google Voice?
Yes, you can. You can just create contacts. Yeah, it's not a problem. You can just create a contact.
Okay, so would it list their name if you put their name in there?
Yes, like this one here. I have a contact here, the Vinicius.
Okay.
He's one of my contacts.
Kim, I think if you hover over the phone number, I'm trying to think how I've done that. There's an option where it'll say like people, and you can click a plus, and you could write the person's name in versus just the phone number.
Right. Well, I've done that in my
Okay,
text,
right.
in the Text Now program. I have it with their names on, I put their
Right,
name,
okay,
so I'm
yeah.
hoping that'll work. But I haven't done Google Voice, so
Right, and I believe Google Voice has a similar function.
okay. Because that would be really difficult. It'd be, I guess if you could just have a master list, you could pick them out easy. But
Yeah,
like I named it with their name, and then I put whether they were ELA or, Math
Yeah.
2040 or whatever. Because it would
because
help me pick out classes.
I use Google Voice, and as I was sending you all the sample quiz, I went ahead with your phone numbers and created a contact at the same time. And it was real slick. Google Voice is real easy for that, I've found. I haven't used Text Now yet.
So can you create groups in Google Voice? Because I haven't figured that out in Text Now yet. I'd like to do a group, like you could put all your one math class, you could put directed studies class in one group and math 40 in another group. I mean, so if you needed to send,
Yes, you can.
because I'll have to figure that out, Will. You'll have to help me
Yes,
with that.
yes. You just have some more work setting that up first. So you
Yeah.
can create groups and create the first you need to create contacts.
Because
in order
that
to
would
do
make
that.
it really easy and slick to send it to one class, the right quiz to the correct class.
Yeah. It would be much easier. So I am sending a message, and are you guys getting the text message?
Yes, I did, Will.
Oh, great.
Hey, Will, this is Julie. I didn't, but then I am not using my Text Now phone. I'm just using my own number. So
Yes, I am sending to your own number.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Will, I received it.
Great. So you have a quiz to complete.
Yeah. Mhm.
So do I have to do it again since I have evidently?
No, you just need to do it with once.
Thank you, Will. I got mine. This is
Welcome.
Julie.
So as you can see, I'm having some trouble here to send the text message because I don't have you guys as contact on my Google Voice. Okay, but it didn't really take that long.
Will, correct me and Brandon
Sure.
and several of you that use Google Voice, but it's my understanding that the one drawback to it is that if you send a group text, everyone can see everyone's telephone
Exactly.
number. Yes. So I wrote something in the chat, but I was saying that probably for FERPA purposes, we would want to send this as an individual text to our people. But once you set up a contact list or have your phone numbers in there, it really takes no time at all to just, bring up the name and send it out. And if you have like Mary has like 29 people on her roll, and I wouldn't expect her to probably send out 29 text messages, but realistically, the folks that she hears from all the time or or if you want to do it in batches or something. You know, just something to think about, though.
I was thinking, did somebody mention to me that in text now you can do it so it hides everybody else's contact?
Let me show you. I'm gonna create a new message here, and I'm gonna put any random number. Okay, this is my first number. Okay, that's wrong. Let me put a real number. My number. Okay. Okay, this is one number. Let me get another number. Okay, it's another number. After, when I have more than one number here, I'm gonna see an option, create two separate conversations. So if I enable this option, it doesn't matter if I have 5 or 10 numbers there. It is gonna create two, 5, or 10 separate conversations.
So they won't be able to see the other numbers
They
and
won't be able
conversations?
to. No, no.
Perfect.
That's why I usually use those kind of service. I usually, you have dozens of service like that. They are basically all the same, and but a few service offer this feature here, where you can create separate conversations. And unfortunately, Google Voice doesn't allow you to create separate conversation. So I wonder if all of you guys already got the message.
I received it, Will.
Oh,
Hey, I got 100.
did you complete it? Did you complete the quiz?
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to take it now.
Oh,
Sorry.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you guys need to go ahead and complete the quiz, please.
Are you okay if we get some of them wrong on purpose to see what happens?
Please, yeah. You can get all wrong if you want. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. It was a minor detail. Please complete the quiz. So far, I got 6 responses. So this is in real time, okay? I finished the quiz. I just sent the quiz, and you guys are while you guys are responding to the quiz, I am getting the responses in real time. Okay, you guys are responding it, getting your grades, your feedbacks, and I am getting the responses here.
Oh,
See?
thank you.
So I have the email of the people that are answering the quiz, and I also have the names here. Now I have 8 responses. And I can check individually. Okay, so you have a question? Now I have 11 responses. Okay, I have a chart here showing some data. Okay. So I have 11 correct answers for my first question, and I have 8 correct answers for my second question, and I have 7 correct answers for my third question. See? And about the capital of Libya is Benghazi, true or false? I have 9 correct answers. So as you guys can see, while the students are completing the quiz, I'm getting automatic responses. Okay. And I have a summary of the responses. I have individually by question. I can go on an individual person here. Let me look for Brandon. I would like to see how Brandon, like did the quiz. So you have all the answers. The first one he got it correct, and the second one, you're able to see the response.
I figured soccer players are always crying.
Come on, man. Do you guys have any questions so far? No questions? No, we have a lot of questions on.
I have a question, Will. If you had chosen one of your questions to be a short answer or a paragraph, when they get the response back at the end, does it say waiting for grading, or what do they receive as a response on that?
Okay, so you need to select to release the grade after.
Okay.
Yes, they don't get their grades automatically because you need to grade it manually after. So you need
Okay.
to go over all their answers and grade it manually. Since it's a short answer or a long answer, you might want to give half a point, full point, for example.
Well, and if they did that over a text message, when I grade it, do I have to give it back to them over email, or can I text back their results, or how do I get that response back to them?
Well, actually, if you're grading automatically, they already have their grades as soon as they're done with the quiz. So if you're grading manually, of course, you can give the grades after the way you feel more comfortable. You can either call them, text them individually.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. So more questions, please. I know that we have a bunch of questions on the. Go ahead.
So this is Amelia. So when I did the quiz, when I got to the end, I did not see like a send button until I saw where you could leave the feedback. So if a student does not leave feedback, does it just automatically send when they finish the last item?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question kind of for the group, Will, and that is that as instructors, what do you all think would be some good practices with this? I mean, I'm wondering like 3 to 5 questions on a text format. What do you all think? More multiple choice maybe than short answer?
I think that's reasonable, Kathy, the 3 to 5 questions.
I cannot hear Amelia very well.
Okay.
I'll try to speak up. I'm at 100%.
Julie, what do you think? I see you're a...
I would say, and since I'm not really teaching, I did this because I think it would really be interesting, but just from doing it over this summer with Anne Marie's class, I would say 3 to 5, no more than that. And I would do the short answers or the multiple choice probably. I like the true and false. I have a question though, Kathy, for you and Will and them. So did you, well, maybe someone made a comment. So if you were in your classroom doing this, they said you could do it on the big screen. I mean, if you had like a television in your classroom.
Oh, yeah, you could bring up your quiz.
Or could you bring evaluation thing something that maybe you'd want to go over before you did the quiz?
That was me, Julie. I was saying that you could practice doing one, like a simple one or an introductory one.
Okay.
If it's something you want to use with your students so they can see how to do it and go through the process of.
I think that'd be neat.
Yeah.
But would
If they
you
have
do
their
that with
phones, you
Google
could even
Voice?
practice with them.
Yeah. Would you do that with Google Voice also from your classroom, off of your Gmail account, their CSI account?
Yeah, you could. You could send it out to the students and they could answer along with you. You know, just to have it be maybe like even an introductory thing, like talking about what you want to, how you want to do these quizzes or the rules about your class. You could just do like really simple introductory, this is what's going on in our class type things.
Because I do think sometimes the visual for the lower end, the visual would really be good.
I could see this even being an effective way to end the class. You know, a way of like a 3 to 5 question review, and it gives immediate feedback to the instructor as to whether the students, you know, got what the teacher thought they were supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use it like you can create 5 question, 10 questions. It has really no limit. You can create, you can use math problems. You can do all kinds of things. It's just a matter of practice a little bit, play with, and discover. You know, you create a quiz and send to your friends, to another instructor, and you know we can give some opinion, and you can start using the quiz. And once you have the quiz in your actually it is going to go to your Google Drive. You're logging to Forms, but it's actually into to your Google Drive. The quiz is there. It is saved. You can share the quiz with another instructor. Okay, you can use that quiz as a template and to offer to another instructor. Yes, we can all collaborate after all.
So what we would like to do as well is send you a couple names and phone numbers of people in a like subject. Like we have several people doing ELA, several people doing other things, and have you create a quiz and basically then share with each other and try to come up with maybe three to 5 questions and something that you might even want to send out to your students. And, you know, that way we can practice and see how this works, see what you think about it. Is that something that sounds like a good plan?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Could I send it to like my directed study students? Just
Absolutely.
send them I could send them a questionnaire about the Minnecasia Center for that matter.
Oh, that'd be great. Yes. Yeah, that would be great. This doesn't
what is
have
the
to
Minnecasia
be...
Center address? What is, you know?
Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah.
What is your
you want
math
to try.
teacher's name?
And,
yeah.
Yeah, just to see how that works and see what you think of the process and what kind of feedback you get from them.
Okay, and I could just let them know this is a practice quiz for or something.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna have some actually guide a step by step, as Kathy mentioned, and you know feel free to go over that. And you know like if I will be doing some modifications, and if you guys want I can include some pictures and in the guide. You know I need to, as I said before, I need to revise the guide. You know it's very hard for me. I'm still learning the language, so it is not easy, you know. Doing my best, but you know feel free to give me feedback, you know, if I need to change anything, please.
Well,
And
this is fantastic, and thank you so much. And I would urge pictures because I love pictures, and we've had several people who weren't able to come tonight that are very eager to watch this. And I think if there's some screenshots and step-by-step as part of those excellent directions you've made, that would be awesome for the folks who weren't able to ask questions in real time. And for all of you, feel free to get a hold of any of us, Will, of course, or, you know, Brandon, myself, ask each other a little bit. You know, we're always learning things. You know, even when we already know how to do something, we always learn a new trick or what have you. So please feel free to say, hey, when you did this, I didn't quite figure it out. Walk me through it again. We're happy to do that.
Sure. This is Clark. I just wanted to mention real quick, I'm planning to try to use this to get maybe some feedback from my students' evaluation, not necessarily on the content, but how what we have been doing has been going for them. That's been real hard for me to try to get them to feedback to me. So I'm going to use this venue and give this a shot. Just thought I'd share that idea.
Oh, great idea.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I also understand, you know, it has been very, very difficult to at least keep in touch with the students right now. You know, I understand that, you know, that might be a tool very useful for the future, you know, or at least to share with those more engaged students, you know. I understand that. I've been contacting students, and I know how hard it is only just to keep in touch with them right now.
Okay. Thank you, Will and Brandon and Kathy. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. We appreciate all of you coming tonight. And again, any feedback is always appreciated. And especially things like if this time worked well for you, if you have other ideas, if you come up with something that you would like us to follow up on, you know, like if you say, hey, Will, will you do something more on Google Voice or whatever? We are happy to tailor some
that's a
training.
good idea.
Yeah. And we are happy to tailor some training opportunities to things that you would find useful. And Jennifer is happy to make that part of PD right now. So again, thank you everyone for all of this. And we'll be sending out the follow-up information. Will, is it fair to say tomorrow? Is that too soon for the step-by-step and the?
Well, I'm still working on the step by step. Yes.
Right. So
yes, yeah, you guys can give him some feedbacks on what I can prove there. Yes, and I can start working on it.
Okay. So is it okay though to send out your basic information that you sent me? So
yeah, sure.
Right.
Sure.
And then
yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then any feedback for Will would be appreciated. So again, everyone, thank you very much and look forward to seeing your efforts on this.
Okay, thanks. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Good to see your faces.
Guys.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Guys. Great job, Will.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.